everybody. Today we're going to be talking about the 2022 Grammys Record of the Year nominations. Nominations are going to be announced in November later this year, and so that's about a month away. People are already talking about who's going to be nominated, what record's going to be nominated. I'm going to give you the top candidates' nominations for Record of the Year. Now, last year they nominated 8. I think that's what they're going to do this year, nominate 8. I will give you what I think will be the top 8. And also the also-ran. My name is Tim Wolf. I'm a Nashville artist. Please remember to like the video and subscribe to my channel. Appreciate it very much. So Record of the Year. I did a video earlier about the Album of the Year candidates, and there's a lot of commonality between the two. A lot of similar songs that were on candidates for Album of the Year are also going to be a candidate for Record of the Year. Let's get into the voting. As I mentioned in my last video, the Grammys have changed up how they do the nomination process. And previously, for the past 20 years or so, what they would do is that they would have the Grammy Academy members vote. The top 20 or so winners would be sent to a committee, and the committee would choose the 8 nominees for each category. The big 4 categories, that is what we're talking about. The big 4 categories being Album of the Year, Record of the Year, Song of the Year, and Best New Artist. Those are the big 4 categories that all Grammy members can vote on. Otherwise, the Grammy members are limited on what categories they can vote on. It's considered that they should be only voting on the genres that they're familiar with. And that used to be 15, up to 15 genres, and they reduced it this year down to 10 because there's been a lot of controversy. The Weeknd famously was not even nominated last year. Not even nominated. And he had the biggest song of the year and arguably the biggest album of the year, After Hours. And he's even said that he's not going to submit his song for the Grammys any longer. Even though he had a great remake with a duet with Save Your Tears, it would be an excellent candidate for Song of the Year, Record of the Year. But apparently he's not submitting that. Time period has ended. It was the end of September. So let's get right into it. Let's talk about the absolutely surefire nomination candidates that are almost certainly going to be nominated. BTS's Butter. And last year, BTS's fans were some of the most fervent fans in the world for any band. BTS fans were hoping that Dynamite would be nominated last year in this category, but it was not, so there was a lot of disappointment. But Butter this year has been a phenomenal performing song on its top the Hot 100 multiple weeks. It has a really good chance to make this category and be nominated for Record of the Year. BTS is, as you know, is the Korean K-pop boy band. They have just been killing it for all of 2020. They've had numerous songs that have been on the chart. So they've had commercial success, and also this song has got great critical renown, and people are thinking that it has a really good chance to be nominated for Record of the Year. Olivia Rodrigo with Driver's License. This song topped the charts more than any other candidate that is considered to be nominated for 8 weeks. And it would be her first nomination. She's really very new on the scene. And this would be her first nomination for Record of the Year. She's still a teenager, just killing it. She's got other songs that actually have been put on the list that could possibly be considered. Generally, I think if an artist has more than one song under consideration, it's going to dilute their efforts. But Driver's License was a phenomenal hit. Just 8 weeks on the top of the US Billboard Hot 100. And I think it's a sure bet to be nominated for Record of the Year. Billie Eilish. Billie Eilish has won Record of the Year in the last 2 years. Famously, 2 years ago, she won all big 4 categories, which is the first time that it had been done since Christopher Cross days back in the late 80s. Quite an achievement. And then last year she won Record of the Year. She's got a good chance to at least be nominated, and she's got 2 songs that critics think could be nominated for Record of the Year. And it's Happier Than Ever, which is the title track from her album, Happier Than Ever. Also the song Therefore I Am, which is a pretty famous video of her running through an empty abandoned mall, which really summed up 2020 for many of us. So either one of those songs are considered as a possibility to be nominated. Lil Nas X with Montero, which is the Call Me By Your Name, which was the title track from his album. Lil Nas X debuted at the #1, and of course he is the guy who came out of nowhere with the hit Old Town Road, which was a huge hit a few years ago, and he has been continuing to kill it. He had a great 2021. This song is almost a surefire song to be listed as Record of the Year nomination for the Grammys in 2022. Leave the Door Open by Silk Sonic. And of course, Silk Sonic is a duo created with Bruno Mars and Anderson .Paak. This is a homage to the Philadelphia soul sound from the 70s, which I myself am a huge fan of. I love this song. Leave the Door Open topped the Billboard Hot 100 for 2 weeks. It had commercial success and also critical success. This would be Bruno Mars' 6th nod in the Record of the Year category, and it would be Anderson .Paak's first nod if this record is nominated. Justin Bieber has 2 songs that people think possibly could be nominated for Record of the Year. Probably the one that has performed the best is the one that was on the top of the Hot 100 for 6 weeks, which is actually Justin Bieber's best performance by himself, and it was with Kid Laroi. Kid Laroi really came out of nowhere. This is a song that Kid Laroi was tinkering with and came up with and was working in a studio. Charlie Puth was there, was involved with the piano background chords that went into it. And he reached out to Justin Bieber and got Justin Bieber on it. So it's really a Kid Laroi song that he had Justin Bieber hop on. And it has just done really well and is considered as a strong chance to be a Record of the Year nomination. It would be Kid Laroi's first nomination for Record of the Year. The other one that Justin Bieber is on is Peaches, which also was number 1 on the Hot 100 with Daniel Caesar and Giveon as featured artists. So I don't know if having 2 songs as a potential candidate for being nominated hurts or helps an artist. I would think that it would possibly hurt an artist because it may split your vote. I don't think that Grammy Academy members are going to vote for 2 songs from the same artist when there's only 8 slots. So having 2 possibilities may actually diminish your chances. I'm going to guess. One that's got a lot of recent heat is Doja Cat's with SZA featured on it is Kiss Me More. It's a raunchier cousin to her Grammy-nominated breakthrough, Say So. Last year was nominated. This song, a lot of heat behind it, and people are considering that it could get nominated. It didn't perform as well as the other songs that I've been mentioning. The best it did, it went to number 3 on the US Billboard Hot 100 chart. Still in the top 10, so commercial success doing pretty well. H.e.r. is an artist that did really well. She has won awards. She won an Academy Award. She won a Grammy last year, Song of the Year, I believe it was. She's got a song that didn't do as well on the charts. It was in the 40s on the Hot 100 is the best it did. It's an R&B finger snapper. The name of the song is Damage. Damage was on her debut album, Back of My Mind, which was released in June, which also I talked about as a candidate for Album of the Year. So H.e.r. is someone who's just up and coming. Her momentum may carry this song, even though it didn't perform as well commercially, it may carry her towards a nomination. Okay, so now let's get into also have good shots, but not as high as the ones that I just mentioned. Dua Lipa featuring DaBaby. It's a Levitation remix. This would be the 2nd year in a row that both Dua Lipa and DaBaby were nominated in this category. So they're no stranger to being nominated for this category. This remix, Levitating, made it to number 2 on the Hot 100. Kali Uchis, Telepatia, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. This is bilingual in Spanish. He's singing about making love to her remote lover by telepathic method. This song has gotten some love. The Grammys are recognizing Latin music. Could possibly be nominated for Record of the Year. Other candidates are Ariana Grande's Positions, Ed Sheeran's Bad Habits, who actually I didn't mention it as a candidate for Album of the Year, and I should have, because that album definitely has a chance to be nominated for Album of the Year. Jasmine Sullivan's Pick Up Your Feelings, Cardi B's Up, Taylor Swift's Willow, and Taylor Swift is in the mix for the Album of the Year nomination with Evermore. There's some of us, myself included, who actually prefer it more than her Album of the Year winning Folklore, which is a phenomenal album, of course, but I actually prefer Evermore. And Evermore has a really good chance to be nominated for Album of the Year. Willow, which is probably one of the best songs, is the candidate off that album to be nominated for Record of the Year possibility. And SZA, Good Days. She's on Doja Cat's, but possibly could be on Good Days. Those are my thoughts. Put your thoughts in the comments below. Let me know what you think, what songs you think will be nominated for Record of the Year. Next one I'll be doing is Song of the Year nomination and then Best New Artist. So look for those and also check out my one that I talk about Album of the Year nominations. We'll see you next time. This is Tim Wolf. Thank you so much for watching my video. Please go to the link down below in the description. There's a Bitly link. Listen to my music at Spotify. I appreciate it very much. It means a lot to an artist if you follow them. If you would be kind enough to like the video if you enjoyed it and share it with your friends. Finally, be sure to subscribe. And also there are other videos on this screen that you can watch. And I'll see you next time. Thank you so much.